Hey everybody, good day and good energy to y'all. So I want to talk about karma, energy exchange, and cosmic currency. So, what you pay attention to, you become, based on your level of involvement. So, basketball players, they pay attention to playing basketball. Thus, they become basketball players. And how good they are depends on how much attention they pay, based on the actual focus of that moment and the actual time that they allot to playing basketball. So these things become you. So the more we pay attention to these cities and this system and this way of doing things, the more we are becoming that. And again, this is part of their design. This is part of what they want us to do, is to become more like them. Just another thing I want to throw out there: nothing is wasted. Everything is as it should be. Nothing dies. Death is an illusion, and everything is recycled, replenished, and rejuvenated. It's all to help grow and contrast and learn. So that waste thing, that word is really detrimental because it takes away the value of a moment, which in itself takes away the value of what God gave us, which is life. So every moment is valuable and precious, in my opinion. Anyways, so example for this simple plan of mine. It's not. I don't even like saying it's my plan. It's really the Most High's word that I've taken my imagination and developed some type of a way to implement it. So, but first, I think as a collective, we need to develop a honor system or way of doing things, man. That has the aim to provide a guide so we can all be more successful as individuals and as a team. Pops always used to say, teamwork is the dream work, and dream work is the teamwork. Anytime I've worked, working in a kitchen is let me experience the beauty and also the frustration at times of working with a team. When you have a real good team, when you have a real good crew, it's one of the most amazing things you can feel and be a part of on the planet. To get a job done, especially when the heat is on and y'all are just performing at your fucking top together, with this mutual idea of you're going to accomplish this thing and get through the night or whatever it is. It's a beautiful feeling, man. And then and along with that, you get to, produce and, finish the job and see your your efforts pay off. And, a lot of times you end up helping people, and there's just a lot of positivity and good energy and just overall success and growth from that whole experience all around. So I'm all about the teamwork. And it is being the dream work, man. And then also from the teamwork, we can help develop and build the dream. So it is the dream work. But in order to do that, again, going back to working in a kitchen and stuff, all of these kitchens and places, they have their own protocol or way of doing things, order of operations. And it's imperative. A really good functioning kitchen, even if it isn't like a even if it isn't like a set in stone rule or way, like they still have a general flow, a general way of like, yeah, this is kind of how we do things around here, and they all kind of come to the understanding or the comprehension that this is just the best way things flow based on the current situation. And if we can all come to that same conclusion, then I think we can start to detach from, these separate, houses and living situations that we live in, and start to relocate, to an available location and regroup. With the honor system being our unit, our way of binding, our way of holding a stability amongst all this chaos, a way of focusing our attentions to a specific goal and destination that helps, pave a way for all of humanity. But I think that honor system is absolutely imperative, and I think it's something that we all need to agree on together as a team, and use all of the collective information and knowledge and intelligence that we've all learned and accumulated from all of the different experiences of all of our lives, and just break it all down to simply, as simply as we can, from the Bible to the Quran to Buddhism to all these different philosophies and isms and ways of thinking and perception. We just need to break it all down as simply as we can to a way to, just efficiently get shit done in a way that's good for everybody, is where I'm at. So, for me, the word of Yahushua is what I've found to be the most effective thing for my life. But that's not how it is for everybody. And I'm totally okay with everybody not having to be a part of that way of doing things, man. In fact, I think it's good to have differences and variety. It adds contrast, which does help to add to the growth. But if that contrast is too conflicting with each other, that's where, the pain can get to a level of overwhelmingness. And that's kind of where we're at now. That's why we need to come together in like-minded groups to help, lessen the conflict a little bit, because the contrast has gotten to such a level to where there's like too much contrast. We need to have some conformity, some unity, some cooperation. So, anyways, yeah. So we get the regrouping together with the honor system, and then also I had notes concerning those who may be able to provide access to available land, to get the good work done. First off, I just have to address that. I totally, feel its tangible amount of resistance, in someone opening up their arms to essentially strangers and letting them come on their land and work. This is also why I think the honor system is so important. Maybe even some type of an oath system. I don't know, that gets kind of weird. But I definitely would love people to be involved, actively involved. I want people to get to know each other and really, feel like they are totally down with the way these things are done. I don't want there to be any questions. I want things to be very straightforward, simple, and, kind of just like common sense type things. And we're all at different levels too. So it's not saying that you have to be at some certain elite level to be a part of this. It's just a general way of working towards an ideal. Some people may be better at cleaning up messes than others. We all have different things to work on. So it's not about being perfect. It's all about just having that perception to get towards that better place, that improved place, I guess you could call it. So yeah, just people to come and work together. So yeah, and then just also the whole concept of ownership. This is it's going to take some time, so this isn't going to happen overnight. But I feel this is one of the key perceptions that in this reality, this time frame, that needs to go. If you look at America just in itself, this whole idea of ownership is one of the reasons why the world is the way it is today. And that goes into a love of money and all that. So, but that's going to take time, and I understand that everybody's kind of on their own thing right now, and there's all these fears about food shortages and this and that. But to talk about that, one of the best ways to have assurance and guarantee that you're going to be okay and that you're going to have food is to have people helping you grow that food. The thing is, people are afraid that bringing other people in is going to be a burden, and it can be if it's not done the right way. But if it's done the right way, it can actually be a benefit. There is strength in numbers. And two or more, he's in the midst. So, but again, it has to be done the right way. We have to come up with this honor system. We got to stick to it. We got to be diligent. We got to be about the work. We got to get over our bullshit, really. So, anyways, yeah, and just one more little thing. What was I going to say here? Yeah, and just the karma thing. Going back to karma. Now it's all an energy exchange. The more good you do, the more good comes back at you. So if you're somebody who is really willing to open up your arms and allow people to come and try to grow this hemp and try to, change the world from a profit-driven system to a love-based system, that's all a lot of good stuff that you're doing for creation. So goodness is going to come back to you, but you also, the thing with karma, though, you can't do it. Like, I don't think it's good to do it with the notion that you're doing it only because good stuff's going to come back at you. I think if you really want to do it for the goodness of goodness, then you just need to do it because it's the good thing to do, and just let things fall out where they play. Don't have expectations. Don't do it because you're expecting some type of a return. That would not be the best thing to maybe do. So anyways, if you're going to give, just give from your heart. That would be my only thing on giving, because anytime that I've given and I've tried to hold like some type of expectation on it or something, it fucks things up. If there's an agreement, then that's different. That's not really you giving. That's a bartering system to where you're agreeing to exchange one service for another service. But if you're just gonna give, then you just give it, and then you just let that go. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna shut it down here. I hope y'all are doing well, and much love and peace to everybody. All right, bye.